Thought for the day. You create your own confidence when you believe in yourself.
Welcome to 7 Minutes for Yourself. I'm Christina Aina, and I'm so glad you've joined me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. Let's take this time to reconnect with ourselves and improve our well-being.
In today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself, we are discussing how to maximize our success. Have a listen.
Fear has no place in your success equation. Fear has no place in your success equation. Can I hear you say it? Fear has no place in my success equation. And anytime I feel it creeping up the back of my neck, I remind myself of that old saying, fear is just false evidence of things appearing real. It's really not there. Because what's the worst that can happen if you take a risk and it doesn't work out? So you fail. But guess what? Failure always brings you a gift. And that gift is called experience. Now you know how to do it better. Now you know how to do it differently. Now you know how to do it successfully. At the margin, it is always worth taking the risk. And if you are shown a new opportunity, as many of us will be in these kinds of economic times, and you're not sure whether or not you should take the risk to maximize your success, ask yourself 3 questions. Will the new thing give you skills and experiences that you would not get if you stayed in your current seat another 12 months? Second question, will the new thing expose you to people, relationships, and networks that you would not get if you stayed in your current seat another 12 months? And the third question is, will the new thing create new branches on your personal decision tree of opportunity, i.e. you could go off and do some other things that you wouldn't have been able to do if you stayed in your current seat another 12 months? If the answer to all 3 of those questions is yes, you should absolutely take the risk. The last pearl that I want to leave you with is the perception pearl. It is the most important thing that I learned after 2.5 decades on the street that will absolutely impact your ability to maximize your success in the seat that you're sitting in or the seat that you aspire to sit in. Perception is the co-pilot to reality. How people perceive you will directly impact how they deal with you. And it's important that if you want to maximize your success, you should understand the perception that exists about you in the marketplace. What lens are they looking through when they are looking at you? And if you want to maximize your success in the seat that you're sitting in or the seat that you aspire to sit in, it is imperative that you understand the adjectives that are associated with success for the seat that you're sitting in or the seat that you aspire to sit in. If you would like to manage a large group of people, but you are not perceived as being motivational, inspirational, and organized, it doesn't matter that you can. It doesn't even matter that you did. You won't get the opportunity to do that if you are not perceived as such. If you would like to manage a large P&L, but you are not perceived as being analytical, quantitative, strategic, doesn't matter that you can, doesn't even matter that you did. You won't get the opportunity to do that if you are not perceived as such. So when I say this to people, they say to me all the time, well, Carla, I am who I am. I can't make anybody think about me in a certain way. If you remember nothing else about our time together tonight, remember that you can train people to think about you in the way that you want them to think about you. And how do you do that? You pick 3 adjectives that you would like people to use to describe you when you are not in the room. And why do I say when you're not in the room? It's because all of the important decisions about your career will be made when you are not in the room. Compensation decisions will be made when you're not in the room. Promotion decisions will be made when you're not in the room. And new assignments will be given out when you are not in the room. So how do you want people to describe you when you're not in the room? Pick 3 adjectives that are absolutely consistent with who you really are. As you have heard, I'm a big fan of the authenticity point. It is your distinct competitive advantage. So pick 3 adjectives that are consistent with who you really are. However, pick 3 adjectives that are valued in that organization. And if you don't know what's valued in that organization, you can go to the organization's website. There isn't an organization today that doesn't describe itself or its values on its website. And if they don't, think about what they told you when they hired you. Oh, Jill, we hired you for the following 2 reasons. Oh, Mary, you beat out these 3 candidates for these 3 reasons. They told you then what they valued about you. So the trick is to continue to improve upon that which they value. The 3 adjectives that are consistent with who you really are, the 3 adjectives that are valued in that organization, where they intersect is how you must behave consistently if you want to train people to think about you in a certain way. Consistent behavior around those 3 adjectives.
That concludes today's episode of 7 Minutes for Yourself. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. Today and every day with your kiddo is a gift. Enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in.